This week in Jamaica Now, Senate shake-up. Prime Minister Andrew Holness announces changes to the upper chamber of Parliament. Heist at popular jewellery store in Halfway Tree. Soldier drowns during training. And Jamaican man found dead on street in Mexico. I'm Jovan Johnson and this is Jamaica Now. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has shaken up the composition of the Senate with the appointment of former journalist Abka Fitz-Henley and Finance Executive Dr Dana Morris Dixon. This was made possible with the resignations of Natalie Campbell-Rodriguez and Leslie Campbell.
I, Dana Marie Elizabeth Morris Dixon, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Jamaica, that I will uphold and defend the Constitution and the laws of Jamaica, and that I will conscientiously and impartially discharge my responsibilities to the people of Jamaica. So help me God.
I, Abka Lincoln Ramon Fitz-Henley, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Jamaica, that I will uphold and defend the Constitution and laws of Jamaica, and that I will conscientiously and impartially discharge my responsibilities to the people of Jamaica. So help me God.
In making the announcement, Mr. Holness divulged that both outgoing senators would continue to give valuable service in other roles which will be announced soon. He said the changes are part of a broader reorganization, refresh and revitalization of the government. For some time now, there have been talks of a cabinet shake-up, and the Prime Minister is expected to announce those changes soon. The police are probing a heist at popular jewellery store Pavilion Jewellers in Halfway Tree, St Andrew, which saw robbers making off with expensive items. Thieves on Wednesday held up workers and customers shortly after it opened. Management and the police say they were unable to place a value on the losses as an assessment was ongoing. The robbery was captured on closed-circuit television. The incident left staff and customers shaken up. A 7-year-old girl was the victim of a reported savage sexual attack after she was kidnapped for hours in the rural community of Fellowship Hall in St Mary on Tuesday. Residents say she was rescued by a young boy who found her lying under a mango tree in the community around 5 p.m., nearly 9 hours after she left home for school, but never made it. Security company Beryllium is urging the public to refrain from engaging in any activities that trivialise or mimic the dangerous nature of its cash-in-transit operations. The warning came a day after Beryllium security guards shot and killed a man said to be mentally ill in St. Thomas. The deceased 36-year-old Kenrick Bloomfield of Johnstown was shot after he pointed an object at the guards who were in the area servicing an automated teller machine. The object turned out to be a toy gun. Beryllium said initiating pranks that simulate these high-risk situations can create panic, confusion, and potentially lead to unnecessary harm or tragic consequences. The Jamaica Defence Force is mourning over the death of one of its members during a training exercise. He's Jerome McCarthy. The JDF said he drowned during training at the National Stadium pool in St Andrew on Thursday. The Army said the private was found unresponsive in the swimming pool and rushed to a hospital. He was pronounced dead on arrival. The opposition People's National Party PNP says its investigation has found that the rape comment that was made during an incident at its headquarters on Monday was not directed at a female journalist. The PNP said its analysis of the recording as well as interviews conducted with individuals present revealed that the comment was made as part of a separate conversation involving two protesters from the southeastern St Catherine constituency who were in the vicinity. It said the journalist was not the target of the remark. The party said it has sought the assistance of persons in the constituency to help identify and locate the persons on the recording. The PNP said while the comment appears to have been what it called a banter between friends, it reiterates its condemnation of all forms of violence and abusive language or behavior, particularly towards women. Several groups, including the Press Association of Jamaica, the global advocacy body Reporters Without Borders, and the government have condemned the verbal attack on the journalists. PNP Deputy General Secretary Dexroy Martin has apologized for his role in the matter. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck is calling for the country's top judges to deliver their judgments within the reasonable timeline of 3 to 6 months. He made the call this week after the announcement that judges of the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal are set to receive a significant bump in their salaries. Mr. Chuck told the Gleaner that he was tired of litigants and attorneys at law complaining to him about the failure of the judges to deliver judgments on time. The minister disclosed that parish court judges, who he said are doing an excellent job in disposing of cases, are expected to get their salary increase within 3 months. The salary increases for Chief Justice Brian Sykes, President of the Court of Appeal Patrick Brooks, and judges of the Supreme Court and Court of Appeal cover a 3-year period starting in 2021. The Chief Justice's basic salary is now $28 million per year, up from $12 million in 2021. Mr. Brooks's basic pay moved from $11.6 million to $26.2 million effective April 1 this year. The new basic pay for a senior Supreme Court judge as at April 1 this year is $21.9 million per annum, up from $9.9 million the previous year. Judges of the Court of Appeal are receiving a basic pay of $23.8 million this year, up from $10.8 million in 2021. The government is taking steps to repatriate the body of a Jamaican man that was found on a street in Mexico. It's suspected that he was there to try to cross over into the United States illegally. Confirmation of the man's identity came this week from Mexican authorities. That's according to Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Kamina Johnson-Smith. His name has not been released. Mrs. Johnson-Smith renewed her call for Jamaicans to avoid illegal migration.
There are real consequences to trying to enter the U.S. illegally, or any other country for that matter, and we really encourage Jamaicans to take a second and a third thought before it is that they take that decision.
There has been a surge in the number of Jamaicans shelling out hundreds of thousands of dollars to make the dangerous trek to the U.S. through countries like Mexico, Panama and Belize. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. Like this video on our YouTube page, turn on the notification and subscribe today. I'm Jovan Johnson, and before we go, we bring you highlights from Teachers' Day celebrations this week.
I didn't expect all of this, but they just poured love on me, so it feels like I'm doing something right, and I really appreciated what they did, what they spent, and the love that they give, because I love them.
The teachers here at Rollington Town Primary School, they are amongst the best in Jamaica, and I say that without apology. And we just thank God for giving us the honor of dealing with these children, and we continue to do our best in spite of everything.
I am grateful to my students here. They are very nice students. They work very hard, and even today they are trying to let me know that they will continue to do their best as they are anticipating to do their PEP exams. Thank you very much, students, and thank you to your parents as well.
This young man here apologized for not giving me a Teacher's Day gift. He has the kindest heart. He sweeps the class. He helps his classmates. He will reach out to his peers. He's just a gentleman. I love you, Kamar. And the best gift you can give me is continue to be the person that you are. Okay? I love you so much. And you have made my Teacher's Day. Thank you so much.
I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all the parents and the children here for all the love and the thought behind the gifts for our teacher. The parents we have here give from the heart, so too our children. Even a mango is a huge gift, and we thank you. Our job here as educators is to add value to children, and we do it with love, and we do it with everything that we have.
Every school needs strong parents. Every school needs a strong admin staff. Every school needs a strong support staff. But the key ingredient is our teachers.
Teachers time. Work is our nice teachers time. All the stress we bring them, and work we give them, it's not a waste of time. You leave all your worries behind. It's a way for teachers, they go on